Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to tune in tonight. I am super excited to share Shaklee with you and for you to learn even more about these amazing products. I just wanted to share a little bit of my story and kind of how I got started using Shaklee products. I started using their personalized vitamins back in June after I spent a lot of time trying to find a company that had high quality standards and ingredients, and also had a lot of the products that I used on a daily basis. So, really, since I turned 40, so I'm 42, I have just really kind of changed my mindset in regards to longevity. So I have dealt since, oh gosh, for probably 18 months, I've dealt with some joint pain, and it just really has just changed my mind in regards to the types of products and foods and ingredients that I'm putting in my body. So that is really why I've been hyper focused in changing that part of my routine. So I'm really excited because Shaklee has amazing ingredients, and the testing that they do is just complete. And I'm really excited to continue to use them even more products than just the vitamins. So, long story short, I had followed Amber for quite some time on social media. I'd seen her post about Shaklee. I had heard about the Shaklee brand from a friend a long time ago, and I just felt like I should just try it. I should just try it. What is the big deal? So, after using the vitamins for 2 months, I can tell you guys that I just have a more balanced sense of energy. I don't have a crash. I just feel like I am functioning better. And it just really excites me because that is just the tip of the iceberg in regards to all the products that Shaklee carries. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to her. She is a mom of four from Minnesota, very passionate about health and fitness. She's been a part of Shaklee since 2024. She's helped so many people, and I'm super excited for you guys to hear from her tonight. So, Amber.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for listening in or watching the replay here. It's so fun to introduce people to Shackley. And so tonight, just kind of trying to give an overview of what we're all about. I love hearing stories like Megan's, where it's like, maybe you've never experienced taking high quality vitamins before and how much better you truly do feel. So we're going to kind of talk about why Shackley products are make you feel better and why they're kind of set apart, and then just kind of some history too. That's kind of cool about the company. So, first of all, just a little bit about Shackley. So, I love this because there's so many wellness companies out there right now, and so many brands, and it feels like every day when I'm on social media, there's like another one that's being sold, and it's just kind of hard to know, which brands you can trust, which brands are high quality. So, one of the things that really sets Shackley apart is that we are the only nutrition company in the world with short, medium, and long-term proof that our products are safe and actually make a difference in people's health outcomes. So one of the things that's kind of cool about Shackley is it's been around for 70 years. We actually are celebrating our 70th anniversary this year. And so when you start to hear about Shackley or you mention it maybe to your parents or other people, they're probably going to be like, Shackley, oh my gosh, I remember Shackley. My grandma used to take those vitamins, or, my aunt used to sell that. And so it's been around for a long time, and not only is it still around, but it's actually thriving to a whole new level in 2026. And we'll talk a little bit more about why. Um, but just some kind of cool facts about Shackley is that they actually, Dr. Shackley, he was a chiropractor, and he was just looking for more like natural preventative solutions for his patients. And so he started to just kind of experiment with how do you bring together nature and science. So he was actually the first person to create the multivitamin in the United States. And then Shackley went on to have the first plant-based protein supplement in the world. We have 110 clinical studies over the course of so many years to really prove that the products work. And then we also have a lot of patents and patents pending on all of our products too. So the one thing for me and like why I was really attracted to Shackley, which by the way, I'm a mom of four. I live in Minnesota. I have for a crazy life, but like I always knew that I wanted to make more non-toxic swaps for my family. That was sort of like on the back of my mind. And I would try to do things here and there, like maybe when I was at Target or, Costco, I'd like try to look for the cleaner brands, but it all kind of felt confusing. And then a lot of times I would try something, and for one, it wouldn't work because it was like just not effective, or I'd find out actually that company's labels are greenwashed and they're not as good as I thought it was. So it was just kind of defeating because you're busy mom, you're trying to figure this out, and it's like, how do I find a company that I can really trust and stand behind? So that's one thing about Shaklee is that to make a difference, we really do things differently. Um, Under here, you kind of can see just some things that they make a priority, but everything that we put out is safe and free of all the things that you would want it to be free of. We test for 350 harmful contaminants. We like do 3 times the pesticide tests that are required in the US. We run 100,000 quality tests annually, and we never test on animals. We also have a lot of proven things. So we have the clinical studies, we have 100+ years of innovation, and then we also have 100% guarantee. And this is so cool. Like, if for any reason our customers ever try anything and they're like, nope, didn't work or whatever, like Shaklee, even if the bottle is completely empty, you can literally get a return and your money back, no questions asked. But I'll share a slide or two, just like how low our return rate is because our products are really so effective. So we don't ever even have to deal with returns. But and then we're beyond organic. So if you're familiar with organic, our quality tests go actually so much further beyond the organic label. So that's why we say we're beyond organic. We just believe that like families deserve to have safe products, and so you never have to worry about anything that's in our products that you would have to be a little bit worried about. And this is just kind of continuing on this part of it, is like we really believe that, again, families deserve the highest quality products. We have all kinds of different tests that we use, like I said before. And we actually go even beyond European standards. So if you've heard of, like, we have beauty products, and if you've heard of European standards, we go even way beyond that. So it's one of those things that, like, for a lot of us, Shaklee has become kind of this non-toxic Target. Like, instead of buying so many of these things at Target, we're now just buying them at Shaklee. And here are some of those statistics that I wanted to point out too. So I mentioned we were the first multivitamin in the world. This return statistic is just so impressive to me. So over the course of 70 years, we have a less than 0.003 return rate. So what happens is when customers try Shaklee products, they really love them, and usually they'll maybe try one or two, and then they kind of get on the website. That's what happened to me as I tried a few things, and then I got on the website and I was like, wait a minute, they have this and they have this and they have this. And so then pretty soon you're like Shakleeizing your whole house because it just makes it so easy to make those non-toxic swaps because they're sort of all there in one place. We also have powered 150 plus Olympic medals. And if you know anything about the Olympics, like they have to be so like careful of what they put in their bodies, and they have really high standards. So all of our performance, workout, fitness supplements are just like top notch. And then we've also been on every NASA spaceship mission since like I think the 90s or something like that. But we do a lot of the nutrition for them as well. Another thing, just so you kind of know where we're at, as far as like what countries, is we're a global leader with sales over 10 billion in wellness products, and we're across the United States, Canada, Asia, and Australia. So all over. It's really kind of fun when you get everyone together because you see people from different countries. And we were just in Nashville, and there was people from China and speaking Chinese, and they were just like telling us kind of through translators what they do over there. And so it's kind of fun to have a peek into the bigger global aspect of wellness when we're at Shaklee too. So I mentioned that like we're thriving right now, and I wanted to touch a little bit on why that is. Like, why is this, 70-year-old company all of a sudden kind of coming out of the woodwork and people are getting to know it? Well, what happened was like when the original people built up Shaklee, they really were not on social media. They were building everything, person to person. And what happened was a lot of those people, they were not quick to hop on social media. So for our generation, we're a little more apt to do that. And so recently, like after some of us have kind of learned about Shaklee, and we're starting to share on social media, now the word is really getting out, and people are really excited and kind of like, where has this been all my life? Because, I'm just like so excited to learn about all of these products that they have. So over 200,000 people have joined Shaklee in the last year, and then we're also the fastest growing company of our size in tenure. What's really cool is our CEO, and we're going to watch a short video from him in a minute, but our CEO is really passionate about making sure that Shaklee doesn't remain a dinosaur. Like he's always thinking of ways to like bring it into the next generation and modernize it and things like that. And so really grateful because we are extremely like financially solid. Shaklee is financially sound, debt-free, owned by one person. But then we also have like this kind of like this startup vibe going on right now because so few people have heard of Shaklee in our generation. So it's like we have this wide open space to share with so many people. And I think that's why so many of us are having success right now, and why we're just loving the products. Okay, so this is a little video that I wanted to share from our CEO. He was actually interviewed by Time magazine last year, and this video just does a really great job of kind of sharing, just like what Shackley is all about and why so many of us are excited and kind of resonating with it, especially after I feel like really ever since 2020, a lot of us have had our eyes kind of open to wellness and being more preventative and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. It's just about 4 minutes long, so you can kind of hear a little bit more from our CEO too.
Hi, I'm Jessica Sibley, CEO of Time, and I'm joined today by Roger Barnett, Chairman and CEO of Shaklee Corporation. Shaklee was nearly 50 years old when you acquired it. What drew you to Shaklee then, and what excites you so much about Shaklee now?
So 20 years ago, I saw a problem in healthcare. Virtually every major Western healthcare system is focused only on treating people once they're sick, and then they give them prescription drugs to help manage or cure their disease. And I thought there must be a better way, which is to keep people healthy so they don't get sick. So I discovered Shaklee, founded by Dr. Shaklee, who was way ahead of his time. He created the first multivitamin in the United States. He created the first plant-based protein supplement. And so there was this 50-year-old company that had this proven business model, and I thought I could buy it, build it, modernize it, and expand so that we could reach people all over the world and help them change so they could live healthier, better lives.
You are so passionate about shifting the conversation from sick care to well care. How can others adopt this mindset when it comes to healthcare?
In the United States, we spend the most in terms of absolute dollars on healthcare. And yet we rank 183 out of 183 countries in actually how many healthy active years we have as a percentage of our total life. We spend the most and we're the sickest. We had something called the landmark health studies. We measured people who took Shaklee products for between 20 and 40 years, tracked them for another decade, and we compared them with people who took no supplements. Then our scientists said, well, that's interesting, but compare them also with people who took multiple supplements. And the results were so outstanding. There's up to 36% lower indications of heart and brain cognition biomarkers. You have up to 59% lower incidences of inflammation. You have up to 73% actual lower rates of diabetes and up to 97% lower use of prescription medications.
Wow, that's an incredible story. And does this lead to longevity? What's Shaklee's take on longevity?
So I think longevity actually is the wrong word. What we're interested in, and what I think most people are, is how long you live well. Over the last 100 years, in the United States, average lifespan has increased by 20 years. The problem is that we haven't increased the number of healthy active years at nearly the same rate. And so the key is to say, what can you do now so that you feel great today and in the future?
Roger, talk to me about the community aspect of Shaklee. What does that mean and how does that work?
I say wellness is a team sport. You're much more likely to be successful in your health journey if you do it with other people. And that's why Shaklee has trademarked the term community marketing, because people gather together, they share trusted information and our amazing products, and they celebrate together.
Let's talk about the rapid growth of GLP-1 drugs.
We've had this disease of obesity that over time Good news is probably going to get less. The problem is that currently we're trading one epidemic, obesity, for another one, which is sarcopenia, because what happens is people are losing their weight from their muscle. And to age well, you need your muscle mass. It's critical in all the functions that you have as a body. So right now, I think the solution is people need more protein. We're excited because we're just launching the most concentrated delivery form of protein that exists in the world today, proven to build your lean muscle mass.
What do most people overlook about their health, and how is Shaklee closing that gap?
I think the most important thing people should know is that they can do things today that will impact their health today and in the future. Make sure you're getting clinically proven products, and one step at a time will allow you to live younger, longer.
Roger, thank you for sharing all of the ways Shaklee is working to increase well care and educate people about their health.
Thank you so much.
So I love that video because it really does kind of share the heart behind Shaklee. And when as you get to know more about the company and our CEO, he just has such an awesome heart, really always trying to, find ways that we can better serve people. And also he's 62 years old and he looks amazing and he's like living proof of all of this stuff that Shaklee actually works. And that's the other cool part is when you're part of the Shaklee community as a customer, as an ambassador, whatever. Um, you see this living out in real life. Like at everything we're at in person, there are people in their 70s, 80s, 90s, even 100 years old that they are at these wellness conferences. They're vibrant, they're just so happy, they're healthy because they've been on Shaklee products for decades. So that's been a really kind of neat thing to see. So we're just gonna kind of dive into a few different products. And there are so many products at Shaklee. Like we have over 300 and they kind of range between nutrition, beauty, and home. So tonight we're gonna focus mostly on nutrition. But of course, if you have questions about the skincare, home products, talk to Megan. I have been so surprised, I will say, by the skincare. Like when I came to Shaklee, I was totally excited about all the nutrition. And as a fitness girl, I was kind of like, oh, cool that they have skincare too. But oh my gosh, I actually have a skincare routine now. My skin looks better and it's just been such a nice surprise. And then we also have home products that I use every day in my house, like laundry, detergent, dish soap, all that kind of stuff too. But like I said, tonight we're going to focus mostly on this whole longevity piece and how big of a role nutrition can really play. This was shared in the video too, but yeah, just really cool to see how when people take Shaklee products, they don't end up on nearly as many medications as the average person does. So this one is kind of what we're going to focus on tonight because this is a brand new clinical study that they just released this summer, and it is so cool that we can actually say this kind of stuff now because we have proof. Like we've been seeing it in the Shaklee community, but what they did is they did what's called a landmark longevity study, and so they tested people that were different ages. I was in the test. We had people that were in their 80s and 90s in the test, and we had blood drawn and all the things for those of us that have been taking Shaklee. And what they found was like, and we had to answer questions like to tell them what products specifically we took because they wanted to really hone down. Like I said, we have over 300 products, but like, what are the very most important products that people should be taking if they truly want to, have a lower biological age? Because we have our chronological age, we have a birthday, but you can influence how actually young you are on the inside. So what they found out of that study was that people who took the BioAge Reset Stack, which we'll kind of go into tonight, were clinically proven to have a biological age that was 11 years younger than their chronological ones. And some people were even like 20 years younger. Like it's crazy like how much of a difference this can make. But they tested all kinds of different things as far as longevity markers too. And so these are the kind of the things that came up with this study was that people were moving better, they had healthier cells, stronger hearts, healthier metabolism, mentally sharp and more focused, and then they were also more socially connected. So what we wanted to do tonight, and we're going to kind of tag team this, but we kind of want to just break down what are these products that can really help you to lower your biological age because your birthday tells you how long you've lived, but your biology, tells you how well you're actually living, and that can be influenced. Like we don't just have to say, oh, I've got bad genes or whatever. Like there's so much that we can be doing now to really influence that. And I'll share a quick personal story for me is that I found Shaklee when my dad had cancer. And at the time, I was just really interested, like, gosh, I wish that I had more info so I could help him. And he was a farmer from Iowa, and just, that kind of generation didn't have as much knowledge and information. Um, so there's definitely a part of me that I'm like, gosh, I wish that I had had this information earlier because there is so much that we can do to really influence that. But the more that you learn, like that's why so many of us, I know Megan too, is so passionate about this because if you can really show people how much the influence they have, we have the opportunity to help families have so many more healthier years, with their loved ones. And I ended up losing my dad, unfortunately, to cancer. But I think that's really given me this drive of, okay, let's share this with people because if we can catch it earlier, like they don't have to go through a lot of the stuff that we just think is normal in our society. Okay, so we're gonna walk through this BioAge reset stack. This is the stack that they tested on for this clinical study to show, okay, if you take these products, you will have a lower biological age. And so we're gonna kind of break down, and Megan and I are gonna tag team this a little bit and talk about the different products. But this is the stack, and it has vitamins, it has protein. So vitamins and protein are kind of like your basis. Like you definitely want the foundation of that. That's where a lot of people start. And then ideally, you're also going to add on our collagen. And then we have a new product called Vivix Plus NAD Booster that we'll go into as well. So I'm going to start by talking about the Vivix Plus here. So the cool thing, like, and I'm learning so much, and that's what I love about Shaklee too, is they have so many resources to really teach you like what's going on with your body. But aging doesn't start on the outside. Like that's kind of where we start to notice it, right? Like we might be like, oh, I've got a little bit more wrinkles, or my joints don't feel quite right, or whatever. But it really starts inside of our cells. So we're really kind of battling two things as we age. We're battling damage of our cells and then depletion. So when it comes to damage, our cells are constantly under attack just by living in this earth, like just the different outside things that are constantly kind of stressing us out, whether it's our environment or whether it's stress or just so many things in between. So we always have that kind of going on. And then we also have this thing that's called depletion, which it's like as you get older, your body has less of certain things. And so that's why supplementation can be so powerful. When we're in our 20s and 30s, even like we might not feel it yet, but we're starting to lose some of these nutrients that really help us to feel young. So the product that we're just launching this summer and that is crazy, like has crazy statistics on it, it has to do with something called NAD plus. And NAD plus it's a molecule and there's so much to learn about it, but you'll probably start to see it pop up more and more now in the longevity space. But basically, it's a molecule that you can kind of think of it as like the spark plug for your cells. So it's going to give your cells the energy that it needs to be able to function so you can do all the things. So as we get older, sometimes we're like, oh, I just don't have as much energy. I'm kind of tired. I'm not sleeping as well. I have some brain fog. All of that is caused by having less NAD plus. And so the good news is that this new product that we just launched, it's called Vivix Plus NAD Booster. It really addresses both things. So most of the products, if, as you see like NAD Plus coming out, it only is going to address one of them, but this is addressing both of them. So what I mean by cellular defense is that the Vivix, which is full of polyphenols and other amazing um, like things within natural plants, and I can tell you a whole video about Vivix. But that's going to protect your cells and basically protect it from the oxidative stress, everything in the environment that's going on to it. And then the booster, the NAD plus booster, is going to give your cells that energy. So combined, it's been way more effective than other products on the market with NAD plus. And so this is just what came out of the study that we just had. But it's going to increase it. If you take the Vivix Plus for just 2 months, you're going to reverse 8 years of cellular aging, which is kind of wild. But it just goes to show what's possible when you have the right kind of natural ingredients working for you. Also, Vivix Plus, and it's just these little purple capsules is what it is. So you'll take two of those a day with food, ideally in the morning because it's going to give you a ton of energy throughout the day. But it's going to increase your VO2 max without exercise. You're also going to notice that it has 70% boost in NAD plus levels in the first 24 hours. And you're going to start to see people getting like NAD plus in IV infusions, which costs a crazy amount of money. But what the studies actually found was that the Vivix Plus is 35 times more effective than even those IV infusions. So really, really fun and cool product that like just came out I mean, actually that was last week that it came out. Okay, and then I'm going to touch on the collagen too. So collagen has been a buzzword I feel like forever in the wellness community, but I know if you're anything like me, I tried so many collagens and I can't really say it made a huge difference for me. I was like, I know I need to be taking to collagen, but I didn't really feel the difference. But why we need collagen is that after we turn 25, we lose 1% of our collagen per year. And so by the time we're 40, we've lost 15 to 20%. And by the time we're 60, 70% is gone. So that's why, a lot of people are going to start to have more and more joint discomfort. You're going to get more wrinkles. Your hair is going to thin because we just don't have as much collagen. So that's one of the products that Shaklee has. This actually used to be at a different company. The company was called Modere. And last year, Shaklee purchased all of the rights to all the Modere products, and they upgraded them. So we have this Life Plus liquid collagen, and it's so good. Like I said, I was very skeptical because I tried so many collagens, and I was like, ever since I was like I would say upper 30s, mid to upper 30s, my hair was thinning so much, and it was very frustrating. I swear I tried every single hair growth product on the market, and nothing was really working. I have tried this and I've been taking it now since April. All you do is you take like a tablespoon in the morning and a tablespoon at night. It tastes like berry flavored. It's really good. And my hair is actually growing now. When I had my last hair appointment, my girl was like, "Oh my gosh, you have like a new 2 inch like little thing of growth all over your scalp, like wherever." She had to like foil so carefully because she's like, "Oh my gosh, like your whole head is growing hair." And so many of us are noticing that. So for us at our age, like I'm 40, I would say like that's the biggest thing is we're noticing is how much this helps our hair. We have less wrinkles because of the collagen. Like you'll see your skin glow up. But then like my mom's taking it and she's in her 60s and she has had like amazing results with her joints. Like she can move up and down the stairs so much easier. She doesn't have pain, like she's not stiff in the morning. She hadn't been able to sleep on her stomach for years. And about a month after she started taking the collagen, she can sleep like in whatever position she wants. And it's just been very life-changing. So our collagen is crazy. It's one of our top sellers. People reorder it month after month because it actually like makes a really big difference. Here's just some kind of testimonials too, and we have so many more. I mean, I could send you like hundreds of testimonials about just how much it's helping people. So here you can see Stacy's hairline was kind of receding and it's come back. A lot of men are noticing that they're able to grow hair again even because they're taking this collagen. My husband's one of them. He now takes it every day and he had a little bit of a receding hairline and a little bit of like a bald spot on the back of his head, which he did not want to admit, but taking this collagen has helped his hair. Also, the collagen is going to help with cellulite. So lots of stories like this where, they just are like, well, my skin is smooth again because the cellulite is not as present. So that's cool too. We also have a pet one for your pets. So we have BioCell collagen for your pets. And then yeah, just like the wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. It's helping so many people in so many ways. Oops.
Oops.
We'll go to this one. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Well, I am super excited about both of those. I'm just like, I just started taking the collagen, I think last week or the week before, and then I have the Vivix Plus that I have to add in to my routine. So it just gets me even more excited about these products. So thanks for that. So the Life Shake, I'm going to talk a little bit about protein. If you know me at all, which you do, because I'm the one that invited you to this call. I am all about protein, eating enough protein, especially as women, we do not eat enough protein throughout the day. It's super important to help just with longevity, having enough lean mass as we age, we lose muscle. So it's very important that we're eating enough protein. So Shaklee's got protein kind of across the gamut. They've got soy, plant-based and grass fed whey protein. These are the life shakes. The life shake comes in either a soy or plant-based protein. What I like about these is that literally, I'm going to read off the list here. It is formulated to be non inflammatory, promote gut health, support hormone levels, and give you appetite control, things that I like just from an ingredient standpoint. No seed oils, no sugar, vegan, non-dairy, non-GMO, kosher. They have 25 different essential vitamins, 6 grams of fiber, which we also struggle with too if you don't eat enough fruits and veggies. Plus, you get 20 grams of protein, plus leucine per serving. So these are just an all around great protein option to add in to your daily life. So, the vitamins, this is the product that I started with. I started with the personalized meology vitamins. Here's the thing, guys, all vitamins are not made the same. Clearly, as Amber, she's been talking about just the extensive testing that Shaklee does and the high quality ingredients of the products. So a lot of the vitamins that you will buy at Costco, Walmart, Target are full of synthetic stuff, fillers, and those are things that just aren't the best. So these vitamins, there is never anything synthetic, no fillers. They are sustained release, and will just give you an overall like well-rounded approach to your nutrition. I'm a big fan of making sure that you're taking a multivitamin, probiotic, fish oil. You can buy the vitamins stand alone in bottles. You can buy the Life Essentials pack here, and then also the personalized vitamins by taking the Meology quiz. So there's really just a wide array of vitamins. And vitamins can be very overwhelming, especially if you're not quite sure what to take. You look at the vitamin aisle at Target and it's just like, I don't even know where to start. So Shaklee really simplifies things down, especially with that meology quiz, and will recommend the types of supplements that you need to really fill in the gaps of your daily diet. So I don't know if I missed anything, but you might want to pop in.
Yeah, no, you
Okay.
did great. You did
Okay.
great. Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about now that we've talked about all the different, products that I find are the most effective. I'm sure there are, again, Shaklee's got 300 products, but those are the ones that we wanted to highlight tonight. There are two ways that you can get involved with Shaklee. You can become a member or an ambassador. A member is super easy, that you are a customer. When you spend $50, you become a member, like a VIP. You get 15% off products. You get free shipping over $150. And then if you put your order on a monthly loyalty order, you actually will earn reward points then to use on future products. So it's super cool. I don't think I missed anything with that option, but that's definitely what I did. Actually, when I started my personalized vitamins, that was included, and now I save 15%. So
Yeah, they have some really great perks for customers. So that's definitely one way to get started. And then like now Megan decided, okay, I love the products. I'm upgrading to ambassador. And so that's also an option for you. So as an ambassador, you basically just share Shaklee and you can earn up to 40% in sales. They have 30% bonuses on all new customers. And the plan is really relevant to today's standards. So you might see like a lot of like affiliate type options popping up. Shaklee decided to move to that. So what's really cool is you don't really need a big team to make significant income here. If you just want to share the products and you're good with that, you can do that. You can also build a team. But I will say that the products they sell, so they kind of sell themselves once people know about Shaklee because they're like, yep, I definitely have been looking for something like this. So, but yeah, two ways to get started. Either way is a win. And Megan can tell you more info kind of as you're deciding which way you want to get started with. So this is just a little pricing and kind of some options to get started, and you can really start with anything. So this is everything in that BioAge Reset stack that we talked about. So it has the vitamins, 2 bottles of collagen, the plant-based protein or soy, and then the Vivix Plus. And so that price is $299. This is a really good deal if you want everything. Because if you were to buy everything separate, like if you were to go on the Shaklee website and add all these products to your cart separately, it would be $554. So they just came out with this bundle this summer. It's a big savings. So if you want it all, that's the way to go. Otherwise, you can start with just a few things too. We have a couple different bundles that you'll still save. We have this longevity stack where you can start with just the vitamins and the protein. And then we also have the cellular reset stack, which has the collagen and the Vivix Plus. And then of course you can, if you're like, oh, not really interested in that, you can start your own bundle or create your own cart too. This page is just if you're interested in the business. These are basically the same things I just showed you, but just with the business starter kit. But like I said, you can create your own cart too. So if there's even just a couple products that you're like, I want to try this or I want to try that, we can build your own cart too. You don't have to do a bundle. Like the bundles will have the most savings included, but you can start with whatever your top priority is there. We have an offer going this month in August here, where if you do buy any of those bundles that has the new Vivix Plus NAD booster product, you can get the creatine for only $10. So that's kind of a fun little gift there. Usually it's $38. And then this week too, what's kind of fun is we have a launch special for Megan's launch. Megan, do you want to talk a little bit more about this?
Yes. So if you spend $150 by Friday, that's August 28th, we are going to include a free box of the pre-workout called Energize. So I feel like that is a great option. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine, and I just think it's going to be a great opportunity for you to try that product as well, since so many of you I know through the gym or from just fitness in general. So you can try that as well as a thank you for kind of being a part of this launch.
Yeah, okay. I think that's kind of all we have for tonight. Megan, do you have anything else? Otherwise, I'll let you kind of wrap it up here.
Okay, perfect. Well, I don't have anything else. I hope that you learned a lot tonight. If you've got questions or you're not quite sure where to even start, clearly I am here to help you navigate through the website and really find a product to fit in your budget and what you're going to be working on with your goals. So it was great to have you, and yeah, we will chat soon.